This is from page 115 and 116 of your Focus on IELTS textbooks. Okay, it's called the couch potato. Okay, and the two students are being interviewed by lecturers or tutor or something like that, and they're going to talk about their information on the media usage. Okay, so now the first part is question number 1 to 4 on page number 115. So let's have a look at it. Number 1 and 2, you've got to label the two bar chart. Okay, so number 1 is the second tallest bar chart, which is just slightly more than 50 something percentage to 50%. And number 2 is the shortest one, just over 20%. Okay, you're gonna have to write Germany, New Zealand, Portugal, Switzerland, UK, and USA. The second tallest one and the shortest one. In the real exam, you might want to write number 1 and 2 next to the country so that it will be probably faster in the real exam. Okay, and now let's move on to question number 3 and 4. Okay, so question number 3, multiple choice. Which pie chart shows the TV channels average? Okay, so the yellow one, I mean, in your textbook, there's no color. So here, the yellow one is news stroke factual, and the little red one is drama stroke entertainment, and the green one is other. So when you look at it from page number from question diagram A. So the news and drama, it's more than half, and the rest are just not even a quarter each. Okay, so have a look at it. And diagram B, news stroke factual is about a third, and another a quarter is other, and more than a third is drama stroke entertainment. Okay, number C is news stroke factual is a quarter, and drama stroke entertainment is half, and the others are like another quarter. Okay, and here have a look. Number 4, the red bar, the red trend is for the video recorder, the green CD player, and the yellow satellite TV. Okay, so have a look. 10 years ago, video recorders were pretty common, more than half to becoming like nearly 90%. But CD players started with 50%, it's fluctuated, and it's still about 50%. And satellite TVs were pretty rare, about let's say 15%, and it's just about now, something like that. Okay, and diagram B, the video recorders were common. It's like about 90%. And CD players started with 40%, it rose to nearly 70%. And the satellite TV started with about 10%, and it rose to about 25%. And picture number C, the video recorder started with more than 80%, and it went down, right? And it has gone down. And the CD player rose from nearly 60% to almost every home, 100%. And satellite TV started with more than 30%, and it has become like 2/3 or more than 60%. Okay, so I'll play the audio and let's get the answers. Okay.
Unit 14. Focus on listening 2. Couch potatoes. Section 3. In this section, you will hear a discussion between two students, Amy and Jonathan, and a university tutor. In the first part of the discussion, they're talking about statistics relating to television and other home entertainment. First, look at questions 1 to 4. Now listen to the first part of the discussion and answer questions 1 to 4.
Hi, Amy, Jonathan. Do sit down. OK, we're talking about the media today, and I think, Amy, you were going to start us off.
Yes, I found a couple of pieces of information on the internet.
Fine.
OK, well, one was a survey of television viewing habits, looking at heavy viewers in different countries.
And a heavy viewer is...
Yes, sorry. It's someone who watches TV for more than 2 hours a day. Anyway, there were 2 countries where more than 50% of the people were heavy viewers. The UK came top with 58%, and New Zealand wasn't far behind with 53%. Some of the other results were quite surprising, actually.
For example?
Well, I would have expected the USA to be high on the list, but it came quite far down with 40%. Other countries like Germany were much higher. And then the country with fewest heavy viewers turned out to be Switzerland. I would have guessed maybe Portugal.
Thanks. Well, that's useful data. Anything else to report?
Yes, I also found a breakdown of TV programmes shown in an average week. It's only for one channel, but it's probably fairly typical. There are basically 2 major areas which account for most of the time. One is news/factual.
Sorry, what do you mean by factual?
Documentaries, current affairs, things like that. And the other is drama/entertainment.
OK.
Well, news and factual programmes take up just over a quarter of the week, but drama and entertainment is much more popular. That accounts for about half the week's viewing. And the remaining time, what's that, about another quarter, I suppose, is all the other things like sport, education, the arts, etc.
OK. Well, you might want to try and get data for 1 or 2 other countries, perhaps. Anyway, thanks for that, Amy. Now, Jonathan, over to you.
OK, well, I was interested in how children use the media, and I thought I'd look at the kind of home entertainment equipment children have access to.
Well, that's an interesting angle. What equipment, specifically?
Basically video recorders, CD players, and satellite TV.
Right.
Well, video recorders seem to be pretty well universal nowadays. Almost every home with children has one, and that's been the case for at least 10 years. On the other hand, CD players used to be a lot less common, but there's been a steady increase in recent years, and now about 2/3 of families have one. Then finally, satellite TV. That was fairly rare to begin with, but again there's been a gradual increase, and nowadays it's in about a quarter of homes with children.
That's useful data. Good.
In the second part of the discussion, they discuss children's use of the media in more detail. Look at questions 5 to 10 first.
Okay, so let's move on to page 116, the next page. Okay, focus on IELTS textbook, page number 116, couch potato, question number 5 to 10. Okay, this is multiple choice. So number 5, why does Jonathan think that television is so important to children? They don't have much else, nothing else to do in their free time, or they like to watch the same programs as their friends, or it's a way of escaping from the parents' demand. You choose the correct answer. How many British children have televisions in their bedrooms? The keyword is in their bedroom, televisions. More than half, more than 50%, or about half, almost 50%, or, oh sorry, less than half, okay, less than half, just lower than half. About half is almost 50%, and it is far below 50%, and more than half is like more than 50%. And how many British children have access to computers, not in the living room, in their bedrooms? Less than half again, or about half, or more than half. Okay, and finally, question number 8 to 10. Okay, circle the 3 correct answer. What 3 reasons did children give for not reading books? They don't read books. Why not? Okay, not interesting, too expensive, parents don't buy books, not fashionable, information's out of date, and too much effort and not enough pictures. So you've got to choose 3 of them. Okay, so now let's listen to that, shall we?
Listen carefully and answer questions 5 to 10.
OK, Jonathan, now what would you say is the most important medium for children?
TV, definitely.
Any thoughts about why that should be?
Well, I suppose television offers a lot of things. Excitement, relaxation, etc. And it doesn't make any demands. It's a passive activity. But probably mostly because all their friends watch it, and they don't want to feel left out.
Good point. Amy, you have a question.
Yes. Do we know how much time children spend watching TV?
I think it's about 2.5 hours a day in Britain. More than most other European countries, anyway. I remember another surprising statistic was that 2 out of 3 children in Britain have TVs in their bedroom.
Really? As many as that?
Yes. But the good thing is that their parents know where they are.
But not necessarily what they're watching.
Jonathan, any idea how many children have access to a computer?
Just a sec. Yes, in Britain, at any rate, 53% of children have a computer in the home. But only about a quarter have a computer actually in their bedroom.
That's still quite a significant proportion, though. Anyway, finally, did either of you consider books at all? Or are they just old hat these days?
Well, judging by the kids I know, I'd say books were definitely out of favour. They seem to see books as dull and boring. The sort of thing your parents approve of, you know. Not exactly fashionable amongst your friends.
Yeah, and my younger brothers are the same. Reading books is too much like hard work compared with watching TV. If they want entertainment, they definitely watch TV rather than read a book.
What a shame. Well, all you need to do now is to write a report on your findings. By the end of next week, okay?
That is the end of the section. You now have half a minute to check your answers.